Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss the concept of curve tracing when equation of curves are given in polar form. Now before coming to the concept of tracing of polar curves, let us first understand polar coordinate system. A polar coordinate system in a plane consists of fixed point O called the pole or the origin and a ray originating from the pole which is called the fixed line or the polar axis or the initial line. This polar coordinate system consists of fixed point O and a ray originating from the pole called the polar axis. This is fixed line called the initial line. This is my fixed line which is called initial line or the polar axis. Okay, just like x-axis in xy coordinate system. Okay. In such a coordinate system, we can associate with each point P in the plane a pair of polar coordinates r theta, where r is the distance from P to the pole O and theta is the angle which this polar axis makes with the ray OP. This theta is the angle which polar axis makes with the ray OP and r is the distance from P to the O. This theta is called the angular coordinate or polar angle of P and r is called the radial coordinate of P. Okay, now let us understand this with the help of example. Consider the polar coordinate 3, 225 degrees. Now let us plot this point on the graph. This is my graph. This is my origin pole O and this is the initial line or the fixed line called the polar axis. Theta is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is my theta is equal to 0. This is when theta is pi by 2. This is when theta is pi, that is 180, and this is when theta is 270, that is 3 pi by 2. Okay. Now we can draw these lines. This is 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60, 120, 135, 150, 180, 210, 225, 240. Again this is 270, 300, 315, 330 and then this is 360, that is 2 pi. Okay. Now let us plot this point 3, 225 degree on this system. Okay. This is origin O and we have to plot this point first 225 degrees. Now let us rotate this polar axis, this fixed line polar axis at an angle of 225 degrees. 225 is here. Now rotating polar axis to 225 degree. Okay, this is my polar axis fixed line. Let us rotate this to an angle of 225 degrees. Then r is 3 here. Then taking 3 units along the terminal side of the angle. This is terminal side. Okay, 3 degrees. R is 3. That 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 225 degree. This is the point 3, 225 degree. In the same way, the point 645, 5, 120, 430 and so on can be plotted on the graph. Now let us first find this point 645 degree. Now this is my initial line, rotating this line through an angle of 45 degrees. That means here. Okay. And r is here 6, taking 6 units along the terminal side of the angle. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means this is my 645 degrees. Same way 5, 120 degree. 120 is here. Now rotating polar axis. This is polar axis or the initial line through an angle of 120 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, this is 120 degree. Now r is here 5, taking 5 units along the terminal side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is the point 5, 120 degree. Same way 4, 330. 330 is here. Here this can be reached like this, rotating the polar axis along the angle through an angle of 330 degree, and then taking point 4 units here from the pole. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pole or the origin. That means this point is 4, 3, 30 degree. This is how points are plotted on the graph. Polar coordinates are plotted on the graph. Okay. Next, we have two remarks. First is, if a point P has polar coordinates r theta, then r theta plus n into 360 degrees and r theta minus n into 360 degree are polar coordinates of P for any non-negative integer n. If r theta is a polar coordinate, then adding or subtracting n times the angle 360 degree, we are having the same polar coordinates. This and this represent the same polar coordinates. Adding and subtracting n into 360 degree will give the same polar coordinate. For example, if I have this polar coordinate 1, 315 degree, then adding and subtracting at 360 degree, here we are taking n to be 1, then we have the same polar coordinate. This is 1, 315 degree, 1, 315 minus 360 degree, 1, 315 plus 360 degree, taking n to be 1 here. Here n is any negative integer. These all three represent the same point. That is 1, 315 degree, 1 minus 45 degrees and 1 675 degrees. All represent the same point. Therefore, we can say every point has infinitely many pairs of polar coordinates. Okay, let us understand this with the help of the graph. Let us first plot the point this 1, 315 degree on the graph. This is my 315. This is my initial line or the fixed line or initial line. Okay, now rotating this fixed line through an angle of 315 degree in anti-clockwise direction. This, and here r is 1. Therefore, taking r units from the pole. This represent the point 1, 315 degree. Okay, now 1 minus 45 degrees. 1 minus 45. This is 315. And if I take in the clockwise direction from the initial line, this is minus 45 degree. This is minus 45. Taking a clockwise direction. This is this, and then 1 unit from the pole. This also represent the same point. 1 minus 45 degree. Okay. Taking in the clockwise direction. Now next 1, 675. How to reach this point? First, in this is positive. Therefore, taking in anti-clockwise direction only. Now, first, if one circle is complete, this is 360 degree. Okay. Then 360 plus 180, that is 540. And 540 plus 90 and 45, that is 675. 540 plus 135, this is my 675. That means this is my 675 degrees and the point here is 675 degrees, this point. That means all points are on this line only. That means all three represents the same point. Okay, 1, 315 degree here, then minus 45 here, same line, and taking 1 unit from the origin, then 675, 1 complete round, 360, then 360 plus 180, 540, then 540 plus 135, this 90 plus 45, this is 675. same line and taking the 1 unit from the pole. This is this point, this is point, and this point. All are same. Therefore, all these three represents the same point. Okay. Next remark says that negative radial coordinate minus r theta is defined as r theta plus 180 degree. For example, minus 345 degree. Here r is minus, r has negative sign here. Okay, negative radial coordinate. This is same as 3 plus 45 plus 180 degree. Adding 180 degree to the angle. Then these 2 points are same. Minus r theta is same as r theta plus 180 degree. Okay. Now let us consider this point minus 345 degree. Okay. This is my theta is equal to 0. Initial line. This is my pole. And this is the angle 45 degree. Okay. Now rotating my initial line or the polar axis through an angle of 45 degrees. This is my 45 degree. Now here r is minus 3. If it is 3, then 1, 2, 3. I can plot here 345 degree. But here it is given minus 3. That means point is in the extension of 3 units from the pole along the extension of the terminal side. This is extension of the terminal side. This is my terminal side. And this is extension of the terminal side. Okay, this is my extension. Now, instead of taking 3 units here, we have to take 3 units in opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. Then this is my minus 345 degree. As in XY coordinate system, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. If I have to take the negative values of y, then instead of taking in the above direction, we have to take below the origin. Okay, here, if we have to plot 2, 4, 2. Yeah, take 0, 2. Okay, 0, 2. Then 0, 2 will be here and 0 minus 2 will be in the opposite direction. Minus 2. Same here. Here it is 3 along the terminal side, but here it is minus 3. Therefore, it is along the extension of the terminal side. Okay. Therefore, minus 345 will be here. One way is this and one way is minus 345 degree is same as 345 plus 180 degree. That is 3 and 225 degree. 225 degree is here. Okay. This is my 270 degree. This is theta is equal to 0. Theta is equal to pi by 2. This is theta is equal to 180. Then 225 will be here. Then one way is this and other way is plotting the point 3, 225 degree. Now rotating my polar axis through an angle of 225 degree and then taking the 3 units from the pole along the terminal side. Here it is the terminal side. That means this is the point 3, 225. And it is clear from these two graphs that is these 2 points are same. That means we are getting the same point. Minus 345 degree and 3, 225 degree both are same. It is clear from the graph also. Okay, this is my second remark. Minus r theta is defined as r, 3 theta plus 180 degree. Clear? Now, we can say in general, the terminal side of the angle theta plus 180 degree is the extension of terminal side of theta. I can say this. The terminal side of angle theta plus 180 degree is the extension of the terminal side of theta. Okay, clear? Now we come to the tracing of polar curves. For this we have some steps. Now let us understand these steps in detail. First is symmetry. The curve r is equal to f theta is symmetrical about the initial line, that is polar axis. Theta is equal to 0, that is x axis, if the equation remains unchanged when theta is replaced by minus theta. For example, if I have the curve r is equal to a1 minus cos theta. Now we know cos of minus theta, since cos of minus theta is same as cos theta. That means equation remains unchanged when theta is replaced by minus theta. Therefore, this particular curve is symmetrical about the initial line theta is equal to 0. That is the fixed line, polar axis. Okay. Second symmetry is curve is symmetrical about the line theta is equal to pi by 2. That is the line perpendicular to the pole, through the pole perpendicular to the initial line. Line through the pole perpendicular to initial line. That is y axis. This is my theta is equal to 0 line. Theta is equal to 0. And this is the line perpendicular to the initial line. That is y axis. If the equation remains unchanged when theta is replaced by pi minus theta. For example, if I consider the curve r is equal to a into 1 minus sine theta. Then we know sine of pi minus theta. Sine of pi minus theta is sine theta. Therefore, equation remains unchanged when theta is replaced by pi minus theta. That means this particular curve is symmetrical about the line through the pole perpendicular to the initial line. This is symmetrical about the line theta is equal to pi by 2. Next symmetry is curve is symmetrical about the pole, that is in the opposite quadrants, if the equation remains unchanged when theta is replaced by pi plus theta or by replacing r by minus r. For example, two conditions are there. If theta is replaced by pi plus theta or if r is replaced by minus r, then also if equation remains unchanged, then in that case also curve is symmetrical about the pole origin. For example, if I consider the curve r square is equal to a square cos 2 theta. Okay. If I replace r by minus r, since r square is same as minus r square, equation is same. This is the condition. This also holds, and also any of the condition holds, then in that case curve is symmetrical about the pole. And this particular curve, both the condition holds. Okay. Now cos of 2 pi plus theta, that is cos 2 pi plus 2 theta is same as cos 2 theta. Okay. That means here on replacing theta by pi plus theta, condition holds, equation remains unchanged, and if r is replaced by minus r, then also equation remains unchanged. Okay. Therefore, this particular curve is symmetrical about the pole or the origin. Okay. These are the three symmetry. Next comes the pole. Second point is pole. The curve passes through the pole. If for r is equal to 0, there corresponds a real value of theta. If there exists at least one value of the theta, real value of theta, then we can say the curve passes through the pole. For example, if I consider the curve r is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta, then r is equal to 0 implies cos theta is equal to minus 1. That means theta is equal to pi. Okay, that means there exists at least one value, one real value of theta if r is equal to 0, and in that case we say the curve passes through the pole, that is passes through the origin, as we have done in the Cartesian curve also. The curve passes through the pole if for r is equal to 0, there corresponds a real value of theta. Third is asymptotes. Find asymptotes. Find out the asymptotes of the curve, if any. We can recall, we have done this asymptote concepts. Let the equation of polar curve be expressed as 1 by r is equal to f theta and alpha is the root of f theta is equal to 0. Then r sine theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha is an asymptote of the curve. We have already done this concept of asymptotes of polar curves. That here also we have to find the asymptotes of the curve. Okay. Next is region. Find the region in which the curve does not exist. If r is imaginary for some values of theta lying between theta 1 and theta 2, then there is no portion of the curve between the lines theta is equal to theta 1 and theta is equal to theta 2. If the greatest and the least numerical values of r be a and b respectively, then the curve lies entirely within the circle r is equal to a. Since greatest value is a and least numerical value is b, and entirely outside the circle r is equal to b, where a is positive and b is positive. For example, if I have the curve r is equal to a 1 plus cos theta, it passes through pole. Since for r is equal to 0, theta is equal to pi, that means passes through pole. Also we know that maximum value of cos is 1. That means maximum value of r is 1 plus 1, 2a. Maximum value of r is, maximum value of cos theta is 1. Therefore, maximum value of r is 2a, and it passes through pole also. That means I can say the curve, this particular curve, lies within a circle whose center is at the pole and whose radius is 2a. I can say this since it passes through pole, passes through origin, and maximum value is 2a. That means this particular curve lies within a circle with center at origin and radius as 2a. This is my region. Okay, next we have to find the region where my curve lies or where it does not lie. Okay, in the next step we have to find the values of phi. Find phi with the help of tan phi is equal to r d theta by dr. And if theta is equal to theta 1, when phi is equal to 0, then the line theta is equal to theta 1 will be a tangent to the curve at the point theta is equal to theta 1. And if when phi is pi by 2, then theta is theta 2, then in that case this line theta is equal to theta 2 will be a tangent perpendicular to the radius vector. Then at this point theta is equal to theta 2, the tangent will be perpendicular to the radius vector theta is equal to theta 2. This will be clear with the help of examples. Okay, we have to find the values of phi from this equation. Tan phi is equal to r d theta by dr. Then substituting phi is equal to 0, we have to find the value of theta. And if when phi is 0, theta is theta 1, then tangent to the curve, then this line will be the tangent to the curve. And when theta is theta 2, when phi is pi by 2, then at this point tangent will be perpendicular to the radius vector theta is equal to theta 2. Okay, and in the last step we have to solve the equations, trace the variations of r as theta varies. Start giving values to theta and find the values of r corresponding to the values of theta. Okay, we have to draw the table, make a table and start giving values to theta and corresponding values of r. If dr by d theta is greater than 0, then r increases as theta increases, and if dr by d theta is less than 0, then r decreases as theta increases. Taking above points into the consideration, we can trace the required curve. These are the steps to trace a curve with polar equations. Okay, that's it for this video. In my next video, I'm going to discuss the examples of tracing of curves with polar equations. Okay, if you have any queries or any suggestions, please write to me in the comment box. Thank you.